Hi, Steph. How are you? We're here talking about where your strength lies, and as a coach, you'll be able to contribute to this. I am quite sure. Um, and I mean, if you're like I don't know, a personal growth coach, a life coach, a physical coach, a any kind of coach, because growth is growth, baby. Growth is growth. That's what the deal is. So anyway, I'm Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. I'm wearing my red hat to signify, oh, yes, I am part of the resistance. Thank you very much. Aren't you? Yeah, if you're hanging out on Substack, chances are real good you're part of the resistance. I've got Substack here. I have got um, TikTok here. Let me try to angle this down a little bit. People can see what the heck is going on here. Hold on a second. Oh, hi, this is a little difficult. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's a little better. Oh, it just says connecting. Okay, look. I've got one of these crazy things that holds your phone up, but it's like fighting me for dominance and it's kind of winning at the moment. But it won't forever. It won't forever. That's true. Got my coffee, got my tarot cards, and got my own self. And I'll tell you what, there were years where I did not have my own self. So as far as I'm concerned, I've got it all. Not that I won't take more. That's not it. But, I've got it all, baby. Good Lord. So exciting. Now, Steph, if you are still here by any chance, and you are live, would you let me know, just like put a yes or something in the chat so I know because that something is working? Because what it's saying at the top of this is connecting. And so it's indicating to me that maybe this is not working. And that would be a good thing to know because I can get out, come back in, and blah, 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 blah. But if you're not here, then you won't be able to do a thing, will you? Not one thing. Okay, so I decided to start going live 6 days a week as a way of helping people step from the old way of being into the new ways of being. And hi, Viva, to help people step from the old way of thinking and being and obeying certain social rules and political rules and um, religious rules and things to come into the self modifying way of living, the self defining way of living, and even being able to do amazing things that maybe they never thought they could do. Because when I say to people who are in the spiritual, arena, and I go, we can be, do, or have anything we want. Hi, Chris. Yay. It is working. The top of my screen still says connecting here on Substack, but you just came in. So if you'd put a yes in there to say you really are here, that would reassure me. I would appreciate it. I'm wearing my red hat to signify that I'm part of the resistance. Thank you very much. Um, so glow on, baby. I'm here with my tarot cards. Hey, Chris. Mwah. I love that woman. I've got TikTok over here and I've got Substack over here. So I'm a little bit, a little bit split, but I love you both. I love you all. I'm into it. I am here to support people. You got your hat today too? Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. See, there's a real kind of hat, like a special what do you call it? A pattern. And I didn't have the pattern. So what I did was I just started knitting my own patterns. Like, which is crazy to me. I My grandmother taught me to knit when I was like 8. And like this is like 60 years later, okay? And well, it was 67 years later when I was like, I can just decide on a pattern by myself and I don't need a pattern for a hat. I just need to know it's 72 stitches to start. And boom, this is my second of 3 hats that I've done so far. Huh. So please share this out so other people know they're not alone in the middle of this insanity. So we can bring some hope together. We can be a family together. Because when it all comes down to the very nitty gritty of it, that's the deal. We're all together. We're all in this crazy ass soup together. And we are turning into Madame Defarge. We should do like a giant 1,000-person Zoom where we're all like, it'd be pretty funny to film. Uh, Glow says, I'm just wearing my red hat that I used to wear when there was a club for older ladies. Exactly. As long as it's red and a cap, we're good. We're good. It doesn't, thank you. Yes. Chris says, yes. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. So much fun. So what I usually do when I'm starting, it was called the Red Hatters. Oh, that's right. I wasn't quite old enough when that first came out. Of course, now I am. And I'm glad because it means I'm still freaking here, baby. I'm still here. It's like this ridiculous thing that goes on in our heads sometimes about, am I young enough? Am I thin enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I sexy enough? Am I attractive enough? Ridiculous. It's ridiculous because what attracts people to you is something that actually isn't physical. Isn't that wild? It isn't the physical. Sure, we look at people online and, movies. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. He's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. But the people you end up with, it's their inner beauty. It's the inner stuff that's got you going. Unless, of course, you're really super shallow. And you're like, you have to look like George Clooney in his 30s for me to like you. And then you're just, you're kind of off the reservation, my friend. Kind of off the reservation. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Please share this out so people know they are not alone in crazy times. The energetic algorithm. You are the second person, Chris. I've got Substack over here. You're the second person to say that phrase to me in 24 hours. And I hadn't heard it before. I love that. The energetic algorithm. Welcome. I'm Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. And I am part of those who are challenging and transforming the old rules, the old energies, the old self-images so that we can be proactively and deliberately creating the new. Because have you noticed everything's falling apart? Yeah, but it's not falling apart. You are not falling apart. You are not. You are falling together. Now, it can feel pretty much the opposite. Let's be honest. It can feel pretty freaky, right? Hey, Aunt Gigi's back. Hi, honey. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Oh, thank you, honey. Thanks for the like. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, how are you doing, Miss Gigi? And here is Jane. I guess I'll call you Jane. I'm not quite sure. AJ's here. Hi, AJ. Jilly's back. Yay. This is so cool. I have all these cool people with me. Yay. Oh my God. Hey, listen, I'm going to do a little quick, I don't know, a little good. Good. I'm really glad because if you're not, you let me know and we talk it out. Okay. I just want to help. Okay. My friend Chris Davis Proud, who is right now with us on Substack instead of here on TikTok, she wrote an incredible book and it is called Worthy. She was, brainwashed from birth into a Mormon existence and did the whole, having kids, being married to a man kind of thing. And then came out late in her life or later in her life. And so Worthy, her book Worthy, that you should look up because you can read it or you can listen to it, is like the confessions of an ex-Mormon lesbian. And it's galvanized a lot of people and supported a lot of people. So, and I have tremendous respect for her. She's in my Thursday group that's free for women in business. Whether you're looking for a job or you are doing a business, doesn't matter to me. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Now, the first thing I like to do when we get started is do a quick reading on the collective, on where the heck we're standing. Hey, Jilly. Hey, Jilly. Awesome. What should be our song for should we have a song for the day? Oh God. What was I seeing? I was seeing something went by on YouTube and it was, God, what was it? Firework? By God, what is her name? She's one of the judges in, no, never mind. One of you will know. The mind has taken its leave. But I'm going to do a quick collective. Yeah. Choose a song, you guys. Somebody choose a song for the day that is representative of strength and power. And thank you, Jilly. Thank you for laughing with me because, yeah, what brain? What brain? Katy Perry. Chris, God bless you. Yes, Katy Perry. I love that video. I haven't seen it for a few years, but that video for Firework, holy Jesus. I mean, it's really the thing. It's just like the whole quantum thing. It's so amazing. Mm. Oh, Glow says it's going to be bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yep. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. Heck yeah. Oh, Greatest Love by Whitney. Yeah. Oh, God. Was she not just it? She was like it. That poor woman. She just got taken over by all kinds of things. And finally, it was drugs. Poor baby. She sure left a mark, though. Ooh. All right. Where are we right now? Where are we? Do I need to? No, I do not need to. Okay. Oh, oh, today the, oh, Mar, yes, please go ahead. Anybody, put your stuff in the chat. Let people know who you are, where you are, one of your, what you're working on, and we can support each other. Isn't that what this is supposed to be about? This whole stupid big business way of living our lives and doing business with each other is bullshit, and it's done as far as I'm concerned. I'm freaking done. Done with it. Excuse me. Okay, so apparently, as a collective right now, we're doing great. This is like the total happiness and success card of the deck. Ascension. Jilly goes, Ascension, power up, baby. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Love this freaking card. So pretty. There's another deck. Yes, I'm an addict. Not as bad as some I know, but there's another deck that I'm going to be ordering today that is just as has my heart. So there we go. Okay, so that's where we are. What's been happening? Why are we in this spot right now? Why are we feeling like better than we did yesterday? And I'm going to say what comes to my mind, and I'd love to hear what you all think. But what comes to my mind is that more and more, you never had a reading ever. Jilly, I'll have to do one for you specifically, okay? More and more stuff is coming out about the e-files. No, you don't want me to? Okay, that's not a problem. I mean, if I'm understanding you correctly. All right, so you let me know if you want me to pull a few cards for you, and I will. More about the e-files is coming out all the time. Pam Bondi went and made a complete ass of herself. And the more I think about that, oh, I get you. Okay. And the more I think about, I mean, I only saw a few clips because I can only take so much of this stuff and then it gets to me. And I feel very strongly that our mission is to stay notified, but to make sure that your energy is on point. Make sure you're not living in a state of freak out. Because even before we had all of this, there was enough to freak out just about our own individual lives, right? This is like freak out on steroids, and that is not what is going to help you. It's not going to help. Yep, Jilly. She says she understands even before I said it. It's going to help your nervous system, which is absolutely critical for you as a human. You've got to be able to access your brain. You've got to be able to hear access your intuition, your inspiration, your insight, your spirituality. You've got to be able to access that. And if you're living in total freak out, that ain't going to happen. Now, before I keep on with this reading, I've got to say, I had a real just a real aha this morning when I was meditating. The left side of our brain is the masculine, the right side of our brain is the feminine. I've known that. The epiphany was that the left side, the masculine side of the brain is the doing. The right side of the brain is the receptive, the intuitive, the inspirational, and all of that stuff. But what I suddenly got on like a feeling level, you ever have like an epiphany on a feeling level and you go, oh, that thing I knew, now I know it on a whole deeper level, well, that's what happened. And I realized we've been living this is also part of the hustle culture. Do, make it happen, make it happen. Be busy, be busy, be busy. Stop it. And that is what has caused this entire shit show that we're living in. Yes, Jilly, absolutely right. That is what has caused the shit show. Now, we've been brainwashed, and I'm not kidding. I'm not. Devin's here. Lung, lung, lung. You're my favorite guy, Devin. You better come visit me in Ohio someday. Or I'll come to Minneapolis. I don't care. Kendra, hi, honey. Thank you for the follow. My name's Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and I'm here to break all the rules that are bullshit. Let's just be honest. I'm just here. I help people break the rules that are bullshit that keep them from being their full and complete selves. Fair? I think that's fair. Okay, so I'm doing a quick reading for the collective. We'll just say that's us who are here today. What do you say? Hi, Kendra. Thank you for the hello. Please share this out. Let's let other people know they're not alone. And oh, you're my only Valentine's wish today. Thank you, Devin. I feel like I just got a big heart on my cheek, like a big kiss. Oh, how wonderful. I love it so much. All my love to you too, baby. So this was our first card today for the collective. Is like, damn, we're good. We're doing great. So I was asking a minute ago, or well, a few minutes ago. Thank you, Jilly. It is a pleasure to know you too, sweetheart. Excuse me. So much a pleasure I get to burp. What? Mwah. All these things are coming out more and more and more about the e-files. Now, I find this galvanizing AF because I've been hearing from all of the astrology readers and things over on YouTube for a long time that that this is a time in our human history, first of all, that we've never experienced before. The alignment of planets and things that are coming in have never been experienced before. And that is starting on, let's see, Tuesday. Tuesday is a big ass day, y'all. I don't know if you've heard, but Tuesday is the day that we go, and like I said, not an astrologer, but we go into Aries. Some planet goes into Aries at the first degree. Anytime you go into a new planet at the first degree, it's a start of a new growth. Now, on the I think it's the 28th, but don't quote me, it's the 20-something of this month, we're going to have something like 8 planets. 8 of the 12 signs of 8 planets. What am I trying to say? I told you I'm not that. But we're going to have them in Aries, all lined up in Aries. And first degree is so important. And this lineup of this many planets in one area, the people who are reading are going, we can't even find a last time that this ever happened in existence. Oh, that's right. And February 7th. Thank you, Jen. Jen 4 is playing. I love that. February 17th, she says, is the first day of the year of the fire horse. That is so. It happens once every 60 years. Well, shit, what was I doing when I was 8? Jesus. Oh my God. I was having a good time. I was having a good life. It was 11 when everything went to kind of shit for me. Shelley, my Shelley, the purple witch, is here. Yay. So here's what we've got for our little collective. Our first card is that we're doing goddamn well. I think it's because lots of stuff is coming out. There's nothing that's going to be held back from us, you guys. Nothing. I mean, that's hard to believe, right? Like we've been traumatized. Hey, Barkline, you love the firehouse. And mostly the fire plug, right? Right, Barkline? Yes. We've been through a lot. And if you want to be emotionally honest, you can say, I don't believe, how can I possibly believe this is going to end well? We're not that good at positive thinking, right? We're just really, really good at looking back and going, look, it's been shit and it's still shit and it's going to be shit. And it's like we collectively are going through this. Exactly. So, in fact, the card that crosses this beautiful, beautiful 10 of Cups is this one, the 7 of Swords. I love this guy. He's like determined AF. He is so determined. And it's like, I don't care. I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. And that's a beautiful thing. And I want to say something about faith, interestingly, because when I say faith, I do not mean faith in some sort of amorphous God that we can't see or we think is on another planet or has a beard or whatever, all that stuff. Real faith, to quote my beloved teacher Amici, is having faith in yourself. And you have to build that. You have to build that. And having faith in yourself doesn't mean that you get to a place where you don't need anything more. It doesn't mean that you get to a place where you go, well, I'm good. I don't need to grow anymore because I've got it all. That's not what it's about at all. Because to me, here's the way that faith goes. You're walking along and you're on a spiritual hunt. You're like, I'm looking for the truth. I'm looking for the truth. You've got like all the churches and the temples and the whatever. You've got all of these things like, do it like this, do it like this. And you're like, either like I've tried it and it's bullshit and it doesn't work, or I was there and I hated it and it was like being enslaved and I left, or it's like I've never wanted to and I've never gone. So where do you find your center? It's right here. And that's emotional. That's a matter of sensing things. That's a matter of being open to feeling. It's really personal. It's really, really personal. And if you have ever wanted to feel the presence of the divine, have you ever noticed how interesting it is that while we're going, please, God, be with me, and I want to feel like I'm one with you and all that stuff, that we're also afraid to feel. So how the hell are we going to feel God if we don't feel? That don't even begin to make sense. No, it don't. No, it don't. But what's happening now is have faith in how you feel about what's happening. Have faith and start to build your sense of discernment. Because you have to decide what's real for you. You have to start to understand what's right for you, what strengthens you and what doesn't strengthen you. Please share this out, you guys, so that we can get more people in here so they know they're not alone. Okay? And thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much for keeping up with that. My God, I'm at 4,500. Hello. Nice. Okie dokie. Oh, thanks, Jilly. Okay, so above us is the Lover's card. And to me, what that is speaking of is that these two parts of our brain are coming together at last. You're feeling your heart heal. Wow, that's fan-freaking-tastic. Well, then that card's for you, especially, Barkline. Wow. Here, let me see what they're saying over here. Oops. When I feel out of sorts, lost in the muck, I remember this quote. For I was conscious that I knew practically nothing. I guess that was Socrates. That's cool. Socrates was a smart guy, but still knew there were things so far beyond him, and that, in a way, is comforting to me. It's nice. I'm so glad your heart is healing. So really, this is what we are entering into. This is what is coming in, is the feminine, and it's not ushering out the masculine. We're having a divine marriage, finally. Finally. Good Lord. Jilly says Socrates was brilliant. Oh, yeah. What's underneath us? Okay, this came out reversed, and reversed for me means it's a very internal situation. Not that it's negative, but it's the Fool. We're stepping into very, very new places inside of us. This couldn't be more on point, as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely brilliant. Yes. Okay. Let's see. We've got a few more things. This one's upside down as well. Oh, the Magician. The Magician is in our past, and the Three of Pentacles is in our future. They were both upside down. Okay. So here we go. Whoops. What's in our recent past is the Magician. What I'm flashing on as I look at this is like our marches and Minneapolis. God bless Devin. God bless you and your town. Holy Jesus. You guys are just, you're going to go down in history. That's all I have to say about that. And where we're moving into is this building together of a structure that is frickin' strong. Now, you may go, we're not moving into that. We've got frickin' concentration camps being put up. I know. As a Jew, born Jewish, I'm not fucking amused. Right? I'm not amused by this. But you know what I am amused by? Something I saw on YouTube this morning. You're going to love this, you guys, if you didn't see it. Hey, Mia, happy Valentine's Day, honey. It's a video of a woman maybe in her early 40s wearing skinny jeans and she's got her hair down. She's not trying to disguise herself, her face at all, which I find curious, but okay. And she is setting fire to a building that was going to be purchased to use as a concentration camp. She's just sitting there with like lighter fluid and throwing matches and shit. She set the goddamn thing on fire and walked away. And I mean, that's pretty badass. That's pretty bold. Hi, I'm not going to disguise my face. I'm going to burn this shit down. Are you serious right now? So yeah, that's what was happening. That's what has happened. And she left, and then the fire trucks came and they stopped the building from being burned altogether. But the people, government, who were going to buy it said, yeah, no, we're not going to buy it now. Oh yeah, that makes me happy. Okay. Do I think it's terrific to burn people's property? No. Do I think it's great to not have concentration camps? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. 9 of Wands. This one's an upside down one also, meaning it's very deep within us. The 9 of Wands. And, this is kind of where we have been through it. And oh my gosh, Chris lives in Maine, and she says that Minneapolis is helping Maine. Wow, you civil disobedience? Yes. Be a nuisance to your enemies? Yes. Yes. 100%. Oh my God. So we've been through it, but we are growing as a result of going through this. And that is what makes all the difference. That's what makes the big difference, you guys. It's not have you been through trauma. It's what do you do with that trauma? That's what I've learned. What do you do with the trauma? You make it work for you is what you do with trauma. Now, if that confuses you, please say so, because I would love to have a talk about that. Because it's very important that we use what we're going through to find where our strength is. And that way, we always win, no matter what happens. And I learned that when I went homeless. As I walked through homelessness for 3 years, my primary focus was, I'm going to make the most out of this possible. So whatever happens, I win. God damn it. That was my philosophy, and it worked. And I've been homeless for a long time now. Okay. The environment that we're in. Yeah, we're in the environment of being ruled. I know. We're being ruled right now. Uh-huh. But you know what that's doing? What these two cards are doing, right? This external ruling shit is making us go into, I'm going to make the most of this, and I'm going to become stronger as a result of this rather than disempowered. So it serves its purpose. You don't have to love the experience. You don't have to be grateful. Oh, thank God I'm miserable. That's ridiculous. You don't have to do that. Okay? I hereby give you permission You don't have to love this. But what you can do is give yourself some peace by understanding it has a purpose because you create the purpose and it's a positive purpose because you determine that it's going to be positive. So no matter what they do, fuck that. I'm just in a rare tear today, aren't I? Okay, so the hopes and fears. This is 10 of Pentacles reversed. What we really want, what we really want, that's interesting. Okay. We want to be extremely empowered. We want to be able to create our own abundance in all ways. We want to be financially abundant. We want to be emotionally abundant. We want to be abundant in love, in community, in all of the things that we love. We want to be abundant in that. And why would that be in the hate? The what did I say? Love, love and fear. For some reason, it's gone out of my head. I think there's also a problem for us in that we haven't practiced our power for a long time. Chris, the humanist, I love your name. Love it, love it. The solutions are always human, even if it's especially if it's the embodiment of the quantum and the spiritual and all that cool stuff. Um, we're really afraid of seeing how very responsible we are for the quality of our lives. Now, there's a misunderstanding around that entire concept. There's this idea that's been around since the 80s at least, probably longer, that if I say I'm responsible for what happens in my life, then I have to beat the crap out of myself because I invited in homelessness and going broke and physical problems and, illnesses and things. And that is not it. That is not what that means exactly. The thing is, to me, here's what I'm seeing. We've got two aspects to us. We've got what they call the oversoul. Much love, Jilly. I'll be here 11 a.m. tomorrow Eastern. Love you, love you. Lun, 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 lun. So we've got two levels here that we're always working on. We always have to have this double vision going on until we're enlightened. And the double vision is, here's my reality as a human. Blessings to you, Jilly, honey. And then there's the oversoul. So the oversoul is like, I want to have some experiences that help me to grow in this way and this way and this way. I want to become self-confident, or I want to become somebody who knows how to heal herself, or, right? Like, there's some idea. This is just a thought for you to play with. I can't prove it to you, but this is my thought of how we work. Something that your soul said, okay, I'm ready to take a big part of my consciousness and focus into this human experience, and then I will I'll give myself the opportunity to actually grow through this. And because it's so much pressure here on Earth, because we're in the time-space continuum stuff here, it puts a lot of pressure that you can feel because you have a physical body. All right. So you've got that going on, and you don't know what the hell it is, because by the time you get to about 6 years old, that part of your openness, for most people, for the overwhelming majority of us, just closes, and we don't have that. Hi, I'm one with all that. We don't have that anymore. Then you've got the human, and the human part of this is we are made of energy. I say this all the time. We're made of energy, and so the energy that we are, which comes from the incredibly cool combination of our beliefs, our thoughts, our anticipations, our expectations, our emotions, is that energy goes out and it rendezvous with other people's energies that are similar. Okay? So if you say, okay, well, I have a generally crappy energy, like I'm always expecting the worst, or I'm in fear a lot, or I'm in depression a lot, which I used to be, then you know that the energy you're putting out there is not of the highest quality you could have. It doesn't mean you're doomed, but it means that there's a specific colors, a number of colors to your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings that are going out there. David Icke said that. We are consciousness having a human experience. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that a lot in the spiritual realm we are spirit having a human experience. But I think what you're saying is kind of a nice little adjustment. We are consciousness. I like it. So here we are. We're being told it's you. You're the ones who are inviting in the nature of these experiences. You're not inviting in like, here, please make me mentally ill. I don't think it works that way. Maybe it does. Maybe some people come in going, I'm going to do that because it's going to help this other person. I've heard stories like that. I've heard some crazy ass cool stories, but that's not where I personally come from. Just find that doesn't help me. And because I know that whatever energy we are helping not only ourselves, but the collective. We are literally creating our energetic reality at every moment. I'm conscious of that, and I'm trying to be aware of what I put into that field. So we do have to start to come to terms with the fact that we are the ones who are creating our quality of life. That doesn't mean that if you are having an incredibly bad experience, you know, somebody's abusing you, for instance. Don't take this kind of thought on for yourself, please. Get out of the damn abuse. Like, first things first, we're talking Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Get the hell out of that bad situation. Take care of you, right? That's the first thing you frickin' do. The first thing you do is not, how does this spiritually make sense? No, get out of the bad place. All right? Take care of you, please. Spirituality is a lot more practical than most people make it. It's very practical. Take care of you. Okay, so the last card, what does Devin say? I've got TikTok here and I've got, what is it, Substack. I keep wanting to say YouTube. The new world comes about in a really simple way. We just participate in it more. Be here, stand up, and experience life. I really like that, Devin. I think you should write that down, and I think you should do a blog post on that on Substack. I do. I think that's gorgeous. So here's our outcome card for the collective, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, it really is, you're really sitting in the middle of your emotions. It's water she's sitting in the middle of. Water represents emotions and the unconscious. And there's a decision, there's a choice to be made. Now, let me ask you guys, what choice do you think you need to make? Because the general kind of choice that we're making right now is how to look at our world. I mean, I think as a general thing, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Like, do I look at my world as a place where I'm taken care of by the government? Not anymore. I don't care if you are an independent or a Democrat. You're still going, this has never worked and it's not working now. So the choice is, do I want to start looking at what could work? And I'm not just talking politics. How do I live in my world? How do I take all the spiritual stuff that I've ever believed in? Like, I am made of all that is. There's a really good one. I am made of all there is. I'm made of divine stuff. I'm made of the star stuff. We're all made of star stuff, right? But how do we make that real? How do we make that be something that supports us in a real way? I'm absolutely opposed to dogma. And we all have it. We've all been given it. We all use it. And we've got to start to recognize when we're doing it, when we're thinking it, feeling it, using it, hiding behind it, and ask some potent questions that bring our spiritual reality. Hey, Benny, thank you for joining, honey. Use the spiritual truths, and hold their feet to the fire and see if they can be strengthened into making sense for us, or if they're just another nice idea that we can never make use of. Because spirituality, real spiritual connection, has to make you feel connected. It has to make you feel supported. You have to have an internal It's your birthday, Benny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Benny. Happy birthday to you. You're welcome. My pleasure. What does Devin say? Here's a really simple one. Text a friend. Oh, he says we could do this right now. We really could. Um, oh, and Jen says to Benny, happy birthday. I love this community. Everybody's so sweet here. Devin is suggesting that right now we pull up a text and just send somebody something. I just think you need to know how much I love you. That's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. I'm not going to do it because I'm doing this live, but it's a great idea. I'll do it later. I will do it later. Oh my goodness. Does anybody need to understand anything I just said? Did it make any sense? Or were there questions? Because, clarity is not simplicity. Or it can be if we ask questions. Like, what the hell did you mean? What are you talking about? For the love of God. Lori, what are you talking about? We are in a period of learning, starting. We're just starting to discover how much power we are, not how much power we have, but how much power we are. Oh my God. Let me ask you this. What kind of power do you wish you had? And I'm not talking about like, I wish I could walk through walls. I'm like a human power. What kind of power do like human power, do you wish, I wish I had the power of self-confidence, or I wish I had the power um, of knowing who the hell I am, or, yeah, I'd like to know all languages too, May. I can help you. I could do French, and I can do just a little bit of German and even less Spanish, but that's about it. No, I mean for your personal growth. Like, what is it that you wish you could be or do right this minute? I wish I had the confidence to do a Substack or a TikTok live. I wish I had the power. I wish I had that sense of self-confidence to go and be a speaker. I wish that um, Chris wants the power to be heard. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, Chris. Oh my God. Thank you, because that's so freaking big. By the way, TikTok here, Substack here, just in case you're wondering why I'm doing this. I'm Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and we get shit out of your way so you can be who you are. Tara says the power to speak truth to power. Yes. Oh God, yes. Oh God. I wish I had confidence to sing out loud instead of just in my car. Yes. Start with humming. Start with humming. Really low. Start with humming. That's what I did. That's what I did. And you know what? I did it so much that I didn't even know I was humming once when I was standing at I was in the airport at one of the counters. Um, I'll try, Benny. And I was standing there, I was waiting for the lady to come. Yeah, heard without having to shout into the void. And you know what? When we get really clear, then we don't have to shout into the void, and people do start to hear us. It's so freaking. And I mean, okay, we're going to talk about that. You're singing my song. I kept saying that to my therapist over the last 12 months. Now I'm not saying it so much because I'm being heard. Not just here, but I'm being heard in my world because I'm demanding it of myself. I'm not going up to people going, you shall listen to me. That's not what I'm talking about. But in a way I am, and it's coming just from a place of very calm, knowing that here's what I will settle for and here's what I won't. And if you don't want to be part of that with me, okay, that's all right, but I'll see ya. Bye-bye. Yeah, Jen. Oh, okay, so I was standing at this whatever, counter at the, airport, and I and the woman next to me smiled and said to me, "It's so good to hear you humming." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even realize I was humming." She goes, "It's wonderful. You just really lifted my spirits." Please believe me when I tell you that whatever big thing you wish you could do the tiniest version of it first. So speaking the truth to power, Tara, speak it to yourself. It's huge. Write it down. If you're not in a position in your life where you can write things and feel like you're not sure they won't be looked at, still do something, write it on the air. There's just the connection of the brain and the movement of the hand with the brain is very, very important. Okay? You know why I'm so nice, Benny? Because I got basically a PhD in being mean to myself for too many years, and I had to learn how to be nice. Awesome. Tara, you just made my day. Yeah. Just tell yourself, I mean, it's amazing how difficult it is to just say the truth when you're starting this work because we've been so internally brainwashed and taken over that we're like, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to feel that. That's how it was when I first went into therapy in my very early 30s. I'm not allowed to be angry. I'm not allowed to think this thing. I have to be appropriate. I mean, that's how much on lockdown we are. So when we start by just daring to tell ourselves while you're telling yourself, pay attention to how that feels because you should and could feel very differently inside. It could even make you shake. It could even make you go, "Oh my god, I feel more oxygen in my body." It could make you feel all different kinds of things or see different things. Everybody is different. Some people see colors and other people hear things and other people just know things. I mean, it's you're unique. You are a gift wrapped as no other gift is wrapped. Pretty amazing. And being able to get to a point where you can see that is like kind of like the first ice flow. Like let's get off this old ice flow of I'm not worth anything and let's get to the new ice flow of like, wow, I am a gift. Because now I know that being a gift doesn't mean I have to be perfect. Knowing that I'm a gift doesn't mean I have to think that I'm all that and nobody else is. Knowing all the things that your brain is telling you means you shouldn't know that you're all that. You are all that. You're the only Chris in the whole freaking world who is the Chris like, that is the you like Chris. You are the only you like Devin. You are the only you like Tara. You are the only you like Benny. You are the only you like Jen. Like, hello, I want you to be fascinated with yourself. We got to get out of this thing of like, let me beat the crap out of myself. Look at everything that's wrong with me and assume that I don't have the power. And we've got to get into, I've got the power. Now all I have to do is figure out how to let it out. And I can start small. And you better start small. I'm gonna come beat you. I'm gonna come slap you side to head. Because it's the small steps that are the feminine steps, and the feminine steps are the powerful steps. You are all that, Chris. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. God, I can feel the power of that. Absolutely. That's so cool, Chris. I really can feel that. Woo. You've got to take the small steps or you can't get to the big place. You cannot take the big steps to get to the big place. Please stop taking the big steps to go to the big place. I've done it. Can I tell you how many tens of thousands of dollars are gone? Over time. I didn't like hand somebody 50,000 bucks or something. You know what I mean? But like, here, let me pay you for an answer. Here, let me pay you for maybe this answer will work. Maybe this answer will work. Maybe that. No, 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 no. You want your right next step. So you want to be a public speaker or you want to be a singer outside of your car, you hum to yourself first. It doesn't even have to be a good tune. Just that, just that. If you feel yourself shaking, that means you've got more energy moving in you. You've let in more energy. It's so exciting. Let yourself shake, it'll be fine. You're just expanding. Okay, now, Chris was talking about being heard, and I saved that for last, Chris, because that was my song that I sang for decades. I came up with people who said to me, if you just do a good job, you try really hard, at work, you go get a job and try really hard and be a good girl, and then you will move up the ladder and everything will be great. You'll be noticed, you'll be recognized. It's total bullshit. That did not happen. That didn't happen. And I'm such a perseverer. I tried for decades, and so I had a lot of pain. It was like, oh God. And I am an incredible visionary and practical person at the same time. So I will walk into a business and I will be able to see what they can be, and I'm able to see where their infrastructure is so effed up and how it needs to change if they want to have the path of least resistance. Most people don't want you to know that or see that if you are a secretary. They're like, how dare you? How dare you see things that I don't want to see? Okay, there's two parts there. There's the social part, right? There's like, you're not allowed to be powerful because I want to be powerful and you threaten me. You threaten my sense of power because I'm not very secure in my own power. And then there's there's us. We're out there going, here, I see things, I know things. I'm not 5 years old, I'm 50 years old. Like, I know shit and I can teach you shit and I can help you with shit. Do you want it or not? Because if you don't, have a nice time suffering, but I'm not going to stick around and watch it. I'll be over here continuing my journey. I understand there's the timing that you need to do. I'm fine with it. But you don't get to shit on me at the same time. Okay? That's not okay. I'm not doing that. So what happens is when we're in that dance of I'm in a job, and I'm just going to use a job as the example because we've all had a job at one point or another of one kind or another. So you're in a job and the relationship is I will do this and you will give me money. That's the basics. I will do my job and you will pay me. And you will give me some benefits. Now they're shit benefits. What is this 2 weeks bullshit? Are you kidding me right now? Europe has been doing 4 to 6 week vacations forever. We're over here going, we'll give you a few little measly days. Fuck you. I'm so tired of all of it. It's all got to change. It's all got to change. Because it just doesn't respect the human, right? It just doesn't respect the human. And that's where the being heard part comes in. Because we're in a system. Now, we tend to boil it down to individuals. So we go, I hate my boss or I hate my manager. They don't hear me. They won't listen to my suggestions. I speak up and people go, shut up. I don't want to know. Or I get dinged for it or whatever. It's just not pretty. And I'm just trying to make a positive difference. So what's going on here? I don't get it. Why do I have to go through all this? We're sitting here going, I don't understand. And that's fair. Because it's not really understandable from a sort of traditional point of view. But if you understand that it is the system that we're all caught in, you can start to get away from the personalizing of it and get into not only some healing, but you can start to get into some major emotional ascension and clarity. Now, when you want to be heard, when you're like, I know what I know, I have body checked myself. Like, are you having an ego trip? Yeah, no, not really. Nope. Are you a bad person? Are you trying to be like Trump? Nope, not even close. Okay, good. You've body checked yourself, right? You get it? And you go, okay, so I'm allowed to just to know what I know. And I approve of me wanting to be helpful and useful in my world because it makes me feel good. Makes me feel good and it helps. What could be better? Like that works for me. I like it. Not everybody wants the helping part, but if you do, there you go. I want to be heard. Oh, sorry, Glow. She got glitched away for a bit. Aw. Okay. So here we are. What we're talking about, Glow, is how do you get yourself heard when people tend not to pay any attention to you? And you know that you are a lot of stuff that is very valuable and very useful and very wonderful. And, you know, oh my God. Do you already know? And I'd love for you to put it in the chat if you do. Do you already know the concept that when your energy is very, very focused and there's no sort of interruption, there's no doubts and stuff to make it sound all crackly like an old radio. When your energy is very clear and you know where you're going, that you just go. People will get out of your way. People will hear you. And you're like, are you aware of that concept? Nobody's answering yet. Okay. Um, I know it takes a little while to write stuff, so that's okay. Hi, welcome, Glee. I'm Lori Kirstein. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and we just okay, great. Tara, thank you. Thank you very much. She's not aware. That's great. Glow, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so helpful for me because then I can really help from the right place. So, can I tell you how much I love your courage and your both of you and your clarity and your willingness to grow? Because that's what makes me happy. Okay. So here's the deal. Let me ask you this question because I want to see if I can give you a real understanding of how energy works. Have you ever either fallen in love or have you had a day that was just so perfect that you felt like um that you felt high. You felt so like everything was just perfect. You ever have a day like that where you're like, "Oh my god, everything is so freaking great." Right? Remember how that felt? You remember how did that feel? Let yourself know how that felt. How'd that feel? For me, it always feels like when I reflect on that, it always feels like open space in my body. It feels like excitement. It feels like clarity. It feels like anticipation, like flow. Yes, feels like flow. Hmm. Good one. Absolutely. Um, yeah, and like what I always notice when I'm in a day like that or a moment like that is that suddenly everybody is happy around me or happier, or if they're not, I don't care because I'm so happy. But mostly people around me are smiling at me. Like it just like the world feels kinder when I feel that way. Have you experienced that? Or have you noticed that at all? Surprised but happy that it happened. I know, the surprise thing. Thank you for that, Glow. Yeah, yeah. So, have you ever thought to yourself, this is such a cool way to look at this, I think. Oh, thank you so much. Yay. Hi, Serendipitous. How are you, babe? Welcome to the party. We're talking about how energy actually works in our real lives. To make things better. And we all want to be better. We all want to have better things happen. So you have a day where you are highly in love, or you're just having the best day ever, and everybody around you is suddenly the nicest person to you ever. Everything is going well. It's like, what the hell did I just do? You're making bread pudding? Nice. Nice. Okay. So you do know what I'm talking about. That's cool. Okay. So two of us were like, I don't know what this means. Like, I don't know how this energy thing works. So you've got two choices, basically, that I can think of. If anybody's got others, put them in the chat. I'm not the expert on life par excellence, and nobody else knows what I mean, come on, let's just all do this together. So either you had a good day, that day that you fell in love, or that day that you just unexpectedly had this fantastic frickin' day. And that's great serendipitous. So you have two choices. Either God or the fate smiled on you and happened to give you a great day, or if you fell in love, God was like, "Oh, I think I'll give her a good day or him a good day on the same day that they fall in love." So you can think in that way, like it's just happenstance. It just happened. Or you can consider the possibility that your energy has something to do with it. Ash Marie, baby, hi. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, you guys share this out. Let's get more people in and let them know they're not alone and they can be just as crazy as us. Won't that be fun? Thank you. Thanks for the share, Ash. Yeah, same like it's actually physics. Now, I don't know physics, honest. I'm not a physic. I'm not a what am I? I'm not a physicist. But what I've been learning about physics is the same as quantum physics, is the same as metaphysics. Ash Marie. It is. It's physics, which just tickles me. It just tickles me. So, if you can consider for a second that your energy has an impact, does that make what comes up for the two of you who said, I don't know about how energy really works. Um, yeah, we have those days for sure. But for the two of you who said you don't really understand, if you're still here, um, do you have any questions so far? Like where have we gotten that you may have followed or not followed? Because I want to make sure not to lose you in talking about this, okay? Because I can talk about it all day, but I don't really care about that. I care if you're getting something out of it. Okay? Okay. So let's see. So let's say if my energy has something to do with how my day goes, what does that mean for me? You did think that to yourself. Glow thought to herself, I must have done something right for it to be like this. Yes. Yes. And I'm going to say yes again. The thing that you might not be aware of is that it's not that you did something right in the past. It's that you're always in the field of that perfect, positive, grand energy. And something in you just it got out of the way. Some energy of yours stepped aside and you just allowed it in. Not always aware of how it impacts others. And that can be a myriad of things, right? So people will sometimes love your energy and they will sometimes be afraid of your energy. And so the job of the one who is in your body, that would be you, shine bright like a diamond. Ah, beautiful. Your job, if you want to take this to a higher place, is knowing what is my purpose in if I am deliberately sharing my energy, what is my purpose in doing so? Like you don't need to be conscious every single second of your day to be sure that everybody's okay. Please don't do that because that's just codependent and it's crazy making. No, no, not good. Don't do that to yourself, please. My name's Lori. We've had a few people join. I'm Lori Kirstein. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. And you can find me at goodbyegoodgirl.com. Um, I'm a speaker, a writer, a coach, a workshop leader. In fact, I'm putting together a series of workshops. I'm putting together the first one called Reclaim. And it really is about coming into the power of our emotion and being able to use it. Not use it as a power over, not be like the orange nightmare. No, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game. How to use your own emotional being to shift your quality of life internally, and then as a result, see what's happening externally. So that's what I'm going to be bringing out quite soon. And if anybody wants me to keep them updated about it, please just type yes in the chat and I'll keep you updated for when I have it all set up. Devin, thanks for the hearts, honey. And Chris, are you still here? I have a feeling you're not. So anyway, yeah, I've got TikTok here and I've got Substack over here. The question at hand was, how do I get heard? How do I get people to hear what I'm saying? Like, don't just ignore me. And there's two parts of that. One of them is we're not believing, if we're struggling with that, there can potentially be something inside of us that's going, I don't deserve to be heard. We've got some message going on or some vibrational thought going on behind the scenes. And we're going, I don't really feel like I kind of want to be heard as much as I think I want to be heard. So there can be some stuff going up, but it can be cleaned up. That is an energy that can be cleaned up. And the other part of it is people who are not very strong. And if you become stronger within yourself, they look at that and because they're already judging themselves negatively, they look at your strength and what they think is, oh, she thinks I'm weak. She thinks she's better than me, right? That's the kind of stuff that goes on. What did Devin say? You can think of it this way. Oh, gotta get my own arm out of the way. Potential energy looks stagnant, lazy, or may look like depression. Why isn't this thing moving? But once the obstacle is removed for blocking the energy, the object moves in a direction. It doesn't know where it goes, but it's going, baby. Ain't that the truth? That's great. I love that, Devin. Yeah. Please share this out, you guys, and thank you for the hearts. God, I'm at 11,000. Woo! Let's make 15. What do you say? So much fun. I love the whole heart thing. And Devin, it doesn't show me how many hearts you've given me, but it's a million, I know. You're just awesome. So here we have all this energy that we are. Now, what do you mean we're energy? What does that mean? You go to the doctor, you get an EKG. What do they do on an EKG? They put these little round sticky things on all over your body, your side, your whatever, and it measures your heartbeat, right? It's measuring your your electromagnetics. So it's measuring your output, your energetic output. It's what it's measuring. It doesn't have to open your body to do it. You are always pulsing out energy. It's what we are as humans. We are frequency. We're frequency what was I going to say? Frequency manufacturers. That's what we are. That's what we are. That's why you can walk into a room, let's say a party, and you instantly go, yeah, I'm not staying. You're like, I'm getting out of here, man. I'm going to say hello and spend 50 minutes and I'm getting the hell out of here. Because you can feel that the energy does not match well with yours in that moment. It doesn't mean you have to hate those people, right? But you get that immediate sense, that vibe. They even call it a vibe. It's a vibrational reality. You are a physics experiment. So am I. Here we are in the Petri dish together. So absolutely important that you understand that your energy impacts other people's energies. And so on that level, none of it's personal. Doesn't mean we don't have the personal level. We do, don't we? But we do live in a system that is very human defined. It is very toxic. It is very unbalanced. It's very masculine. and no feminine, and it this weird. The whole system is starting to crash. Okay, if you're freaked out, as a lot of people are these days, which is the appropriate human reaction, I want you to take something else into your system as well. At the same time as you're watching the destruction, the reason you're seeing destruction is because the new is already rising. And you're a part of it. If you're sitting here listening to this, you're part of it because you're somebody who really loves love and really thinks that hate and exclusivity and greed and all that bullshit is bullshit. So your energy is part of the millions and millions of people in this country and on this planet who think like you do, and it's become stronger and stronger and stronger. We in the last 20, 30 years, we've got gay marriage. When I was coming up, you've got to be kidding me. You couldn't even be gay and admit to it. Forget marriage, gay marriage? What are you, high? Okay, and yet in my lifetime, that has happened, right? We now have trans people. We have people who want to be called them and they and whatever. I mean, like, I can't say I understand every single part of a culture that I'm not a part of, but I'm going to respect each and every part of a culture I'm not part of because I don't get to be the only person on this planet, and neither do you. And if you think you can rock the boat and not eventually tip yourself, you're kidding yourself. It's a survival move to be kind, if you want to look at it that. If you're not just hardwired with it, think of it as a survival tactic. Thank you for the follow, Lindsay. And guys, share this out for me, please, so we can let people know that they're not alone, okay? Remarkable stuff. I mean, we're living in an incredibly cool time. It also incredibly sucks. That's why we have to maintain our double vision. We have to understand that we're having this human experience and it has human traumatic impact. And it's wrong. It's not right. But we also have to understand something that is really new for us to understand as a race, as a human race. We've got to understand something we've never understood, ever, except for a few people here and there throughout history. We are energy first. So what, Lori? So I'm energy first. Big deal. I still have to pay my rent and I still have to go out there and I have to demonstrate and I have to knit my red cap so I can be part of the resistance. You bet your ass you do. But the perspective from which you do it is what the real deal is. That's the real deal. Hey, Mary, welcome. Nice to have you here. I can look at the world as it is right now. I can look at my country as it is right now. And I've done what I'm about to tell you. Like, I've looked at it and I've freaked out. I've looked at it and I've despaired. I've looked at it and I've felt my heart break. I've looked at it in rage. I've looked at it in disbelief. The problem for me was that staying in any of those places for a long time just felt really bad. And because I've been doing and aware of this work of the energetic and its impact on me, and therefore as part of the world that we are all co-creating all the time, I went, I don't know that that's really the best thing for me. I don't know that I'm really going to be able to move forward in my life if I'm just sitting here freaking out. So I have to find a reason not to freak out. Because I'm not just going to, if you just should on yourself and you're like, stop freaking out, be cool, be calm. And that's not going to help. Holy Jesus, that's not going to help. All right. You got to be kind about this. You got to be softer about this. Absolutely have to be kinder to yourself about this. Hey, hello. Is it Aine? 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 It's beautiful. Beautiful name. My name's Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and I talk about and help people with getting all of the rules out of their way so they can be exactly everything they want to be, whether that is humanly, spiritually. Mary Dixon. Hey, girl. And we're talking here about how energy, the transition that we're in is one in which we've had the human for so long. We've understood that we're human. We haven't understood how to deal with being human. So, oh, good. Yay. Mary says good energy here. That's my intention, hope, wish, all that. Thank you. Um, yeah, this is a community where I want everybody to feel welcome. It's a community of people who are open-minded, inclusive, expansive, and well-meaning. So that's what I'm going. Oh, thank you, Devin. Thank you, Devin. We have got the human thing going on, and we're aware of it all the time. That person hurt my feelings, therefore I feel like this. I effed this up, and therefore I feel like this. I did great on this, so now for at least a couple of minutes, I'm going to feel good about this. Like we've got the human going on, but we've been tied into the masculine only. We haven't been tied into the masculine feminine balance. We have a social system that teaches us you have to think like the masculine only controlling stuff does. And you have to fit yourself into this little tiny box. And it has caused incredible amounts of problems over the millennia. Well, now the feminine energy is naturally rising. And that means we're becoming more and more aware of emotion, of intuition, of inspiration, of the spiritual, of the power of kindness, the power of compassion, the power of some of the feminine things that we've been told, well, that's too feminine, it's not very powerful. The fact is that the feminine is 10,000 times more powerful, and that's why it's been suppressed. So if you're very emotional, I am a very emotionally based person. If you're very emotional, that is your superpower, not your weakness. That's something to think about. And I was so emotional. I had clinical depression for 40 years. So let me tell you, we could talk about emotion till the cows come home and go away again. So what I learned was how to work with emotions on an energetic level so that I could learn from them, but I could also transmute them into a better place and have a better quality of life, better events happening in my life. I've learned a great deal. I could never encapsulate it in a couple of sentences, but I can tell you that you are way more powerful than you might know. And when I say know, I mean than you might have experienced, right? So here we are, we feel good, and good things keep happening as long as we feel good. Well, not as long, but I mean, when you feel good and you put your focus on it, you're like, damn, I feel good. This is great. I'm so happy. I mean, when this happens for me, I go out into the world and I'm smiling and people are smiling back at me because there's not any energy in my body that's going, I'm really pissed off or I don't trust people. Like, I'm just like, oh, I feel so good. And that energy makes actual actual atomic space for people. You actually hold space for people. It's literal. They talk about, oh, she held space for me. I'm freezing and going solid. Oh, no, glow. Are you on Substack, honey? You could come over to Substack. I'm live there too. And I might be live. I don't know if I'm live on YouTube. I don't think so, but try here. Let me put my Substack information in here and you can maybe come to Substack. That's at least an option for you. Um, So when you get incredibly focused and clean, I call it clean, you could also call it clear about what you're feeling, what you're thinking on a specific topic, like Chris's of, I want to be heard. I want people to freaking hear me. I don't want them to ignore me or shoo me away. I want to be heard. The vibrational reality is that our part of that job to do is getting very clear within ourselves about how we feel about being heard. Hi, Nimble. Hi, sweetie. How do you feel about being heard? And now this is not like a global, how do you feel about being heard ever? But like if you take a certain specific example, um, like I wish my boss would hear what I'm saying. Or I wish my lover would understand what the hell I'm talking about, right? Like just, I want to be heard. Hi. Communication, first of all, let yourself off the hook because communication is the most primary art form that nobody teaches you when you're a kid or an adult for that matter, really. I mean, it's not part of our educational system. We're not taught that communication is as much emotional and energetic as it is words coming out of my mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You remember that movie with Jackie Chan and Chris? I can't think of his last name right now. God, I can't think of the name. Um, Fun movie, really fun movie. So, when it comes to being heard, getting heard is a matter of you getting very, very clear. Chris Tucker. Thank you, Nimble. Yep. Yep. Chris Tucker. Yeah, that was his line. Are you hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth? Always makes me laugh. Birds? Why are you saying birds, Devin? What did I miss? Um, oh, God, it's so awesome. And I saw Jackie Chan once on this little clip on YouTube. He was sitting watching some of his older movies where he'd like fall off a building and fall through a bunch of stuff, and it just looked so painful. And he was sitting with his 20-something-year-old daughter, and she's sitting there with tears pouring down her face. And so he teared up. And I think for him, that could have been a moment. I mean, it's of course a complete guess, but that could have been a moment for him of like, wow, I was so hard on myself. Beautiful moment. Anyway, you are an energy factory. And what you have control over is the nature of your energy. I don't think I've ever put that better. I hope I remember that. Devin, will you help me remember that? You are an energy factory, and what you have control over is the nature of your energy. And that is all you have control over. And the control you have is with focus. Um, like, do you focus on it or not? It's really that simple. Do you focus on it or not? And also, are you enjoying it? Is it helping you? Is it growing you? Or is it moving you forward or not? Because if it's not, if it's just making you miserable and you're staying in misery, then your job is to shift by 1% the nature of that feeling. And you will watch the external. After you see your internal change, you will see the external start to change as well. It's a beautiful thing, and you have such incredible power. And I cannot wait to get people into the first workshop. The very first one of this series is called Holy Shit. It's called like that holy shit moment. When you go, "Oh my god, I really do have power." Like it's not just theoretical, it's real. That's what I want to get you into. Devin over here on Substack says you are an energy manufacturing plant. We got to flip on the switch. and start shoveling coal. That's an interesting thing to say. I like that. You gotta flip on the switch. We don't have to flip on the switch, actually. The switch is always on. We can't help but manufacture. We are manufacturing systems always. We are always manifesting. I used to think that that manifesting meant that I have to somehow create something out of nothing. But I don't do squat. It's your energy that goes out and does that. I mean, what else could it be? If you've taken a bunch of classes like I did a long time ago about manifesting, and you're like, I want to manifest a boat. I s- I'm going to manifest a boat. And I would think, okay, so I have to visualize that boat really clearly and I have to believe it. And I thought I had to be like in total belief before anything could happen. And so I couldn't be in total belief. And so nothing would happen. Now, I wasn't really going for a boat, but I'm using that as an example. For me, it was just money. I just want, money, please. Um, oh my God, Nimble, so true. She goes, I love that phrase. Worrying is essentially praying for bad things to happen. It's a setting. It's a vibrational setting, and you can shift it. That's what I teach. My thing is called the 1% solution because it's the teeny tiny shifts that make the giant, enormous, unbelievable changes and things happening that you're like, where the hell did that come from? That came out of the blue. Yep, and it was your blue. It was your blue. Yours. It wasn't God smiling on you. God is always smiling on you. Whatever you think God is or isn't, whatever. The energy of all that is that keeps our world spinning is always smiling on you. So if God so if God's always smiling on me, why don't I have the job and the house and the health and the lover and I don't understand. And when you ask questions like that at that place within it, within that investigation, now you are cooking with gas because now you are delving into the immediacy of the divine. You're delving into the immediacy of your energy. That is worry. Yeah. And so here we've been living in this human only place, which is like, let's only focus on what the body can do and what my mind's determination can do. And when that can't work, then all I'm left with is worry. That's all I've got. Because it's one I'm going to keep coming back to practicality. And we've been absolutely robbed and robbing ourselves as a result of stepping into allowing, stepping into investigation instead of prove it to me. Like, no, I'm gonna work with stuff in a very different way, and I'm gonna see if I can. I'm just gonna explore and see if I can make life be better and different for me. I'm gonna find the real answers because everything is within you. It's even said in that book everybody wants to argue about, the Bible. The kingdom of heaven is within you. If you think about that literally, it should at least give you a giggle. What? What's inside of it? Oh my God, where is it? It's like, where the hell is it? I want to go. Where is it? It's a literal thing. It's actually a literal thing. Your energy, the thing that beats your heart, the thing that breathes you is not you. Because if you had to think about it, you'd be dead. Because you'd get distracted and you'd forget to breathe. You'd at least pass out. There's something that breathes your body and something that beats your heart. It's not us. So whatever that is and whatever you want to call it, it is energy. It's energy. We're all energy. We're all atoms. That's pretty cool. So how do we deal with that? we start looking at our emotional body and saying, how does this particular thing I'm feeling right now, how does it feel? What does the energy feel like? And then we also go to the human side and we write down in a journal or we put it onto a telephone, we record ourselves, something to allow that energy to move. And we're like, I also feel like shit, this person's really hurt my feelings. And I feel just like I'm at a dead end and I don't know what to do. And I feel like there's no answers or whatever it is you're feeling. Because you have to know where you are in order to go somewhere else in this physical experience that we're having. You have to know where you're sitting. If you're sitting under a bridge, is it possible to manage your energy in such a way that somebody will drive by and magically drop $1,000,000 in your lap and save you? It's possible. Is it probable? No. Why? Because it's all about you. It's all about your consciousness. If there opens a space in your consciousness where you really truly something inside within you understands, wait, I can have $1,000,000 right this second. That $1,000,000 will fall out of a car into your lap, I promise you. But if you have either the doubts that you're like, "Yeah, that doesn't seem like that's likely," or you have some kind of of a rendezvous that your spirit wants to have with growing through this experience of living under that bridge and then getting out from under the bridge and then finding an apartment and then you know what I mean? If your spirit wants to go through this growth, then it will. So knowing where you are and knowing where you want to go gives you an appreciation of the bridge you're crossing. It gives you an understanding and you're kinder to yourself. You're like, oh, well, I'm not here yet. But you know what? It doesn't even matter. Interesting. Devin over here on Substack says, I've noticed many people in recent months mention I am healing. People are growing and glowing. I think that's true. I have no proof to offer anybody about that, but I think that's true. The energy that's going on astrologically is extremely strong and feminine and balancing and reorienting. And it is so bright that that's why we have the orange nightmare and everything falling down and a stupid Bondi woman and all this crap, you know? But I do, because I've experienced a lot of the energy unexpectedly. I didn't used to feel like planetary energy. I used to not feel that at all. But now that I do, hey, SoCal, good to see you, babe. Um, I do understand that there's a huge impact from astrology, from the planets. And so I feel very certain that what they've been scam Bindi. No, I like scam Bindi, but scam Bondi's good too. Yeah, I love it. Scam Bondi. That's good. Oh my God. All of the astrologers are talking about how this is the age of Aquarius. And because Pluto also jumped in on this game, and Pluto is the planet that exaggerates the qualities of whatever planet it's in, or whatever sign it's in, sorry. Um, Aquarius is the sign of openness and innovation and just the sun. The sun is the sign, right? You can't, like, the roaches can't hide. The sun is out. The lights on in the kitchen. Here's the roaches. So, in watching what's going on in our country, yeah, a lot of stuff is coming out. Some of it we're like, why? Because a lot of the victims' names for the e-files were released, and even pictures of them naked. And you know, I have nothing but contempt for the humans who think that's perfectly okay. I also have the double vision that I hold, which is knowing that every crappy ass thing I've ever gone through, I've been able to make use of it and it has grown me I have not enjoyed it. I have allowed myself to be human all the way, screaming, carrying on, bitching, moaning. Um, but I also have known that I can make use of it and be bigger than it. And then I got to, oh wait, I'm energy. And then I got to healing 40 years of my clinical depression in 5 days by using emotion as energy instead of stories, instead of as stories. If I can do that, what can we do? What else can we do? Anything we want. Devin says Aquarius represents the water bearer. You're right. And is associated with qualities like innovation, independence, and humanitarian ideals. Well, I'll tell you, no amount of bad crap is going to stand against that. Not going to stand against it. Devin, I so appreciate you. I know I've told you that, but I'll keep telling you that. I so appreciate you. And I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm going to get going. I am going to be on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. And maybe we'll even talk about Aquarius and the upper room and, Jesus in the Bible saying, follow the man with the pitcher of water, which is like follow Aquarius. And I will, and go to the upper room, your upper mind, and I will meet you there. Wow. Some very cool stuff. But you have to read the Bible spiritually. You have to read it from a real um, mystic perspective, not from a place of like, oh, and this will teach me how I suck and how I'm good. And, you know, isn't that something, Devin? It's really cool. Okay, so I'll be here 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, and I love you all, and I wish you love and moxie, which is a word from my day and actually from the 40s, to be honest, and I'm not from the 40s, but it's it meaning courage and fortitude and badassery. So see you guys hopefully tomorrow or whenever. Journey well. And hold on a minute, Devin. I'm going to end TikTok first. Okay, there we go. And you, my darling, I love you. And I haven't texted you today because I slept till 11:30 this morning because I was just that exhausted. And I think it's the energy from the 17th coming. I've just been exhausted for days. And I was told that that's one of the things that can make you really exhausted. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that because it's not like I haven't slept for a week. And anyway, big hug. Have a good weekend, okay? Bye, sweetie.